All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe to some of you out there. Thanks for coming into the Wednesday training. Hope everyone's having a good week. We're at the midpoint, which is awesome. Let's see. For the returners, Kat, I know you're returning. We met the other day. Dan, I know you're returning. Emmett, I know you're returning. HG, if you want to put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, that would be great. Michael, if you're new to Dubb, if you can put a one in the chat or a two if you're returning, that would be helpful. So one if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning, that would be fantastic. And then let's see. Oh, cool, nice. All right, so you've had Dubb for a while, but you're returning. Michael, you're new. Okay, great. All right, so and the returners, if you don't mind just popping your industry in there, that would be fantastic. Just in terms of what you do, that always is really helpful. Let's see, Michael, not new but returning. Okay, so let's see, financial advisor. Tech AI automation. Okay. Yep. Retirement coach, Cat. Know that. Yep. That's perfect. And then Dan, I know you're always in here. Dan, you're always in here, my friend. If you want to drop your tech, your industry in there, that would be great. Steve looks like he just came in. Steve, I think you're returning. Steve Freeman. I think if you're returning, can you put a two, Steve, or a one if you're new? And then if you can drop your industry in there as well, that would be really helpful. Trem, I know you're returning. If you don't mind popping your industry in there too, that would be cool. And then Troy, I saw you just came in. Troy, I think you're returning, but if not, two for returning, one if you're new to Dub, if you don't mind typing into the chat, that would be great. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Two, okay. And then if you want to pop your industry in there, guys, Steve and Troy, that would be great. Okay. So let's see. We've got financial advising, we've got tech and AI automation, we've got retirement coach, we've got a consultant speaker. Okay. So typically what we do with these is we kind of walk through different aspects of the recording, the sending, the customizing. Thanks, Troy, advisor. Okay, great. Um, the biggest thing that I think with using Dubb is just recognizing the use case because it does so much, the technology in terms of what the team created. So as I go around the horn here, I'm just going to pop into each one of you just for real quick. Troy, if you want to turn your mic on, feel free if you'd like to. If not, you can type in the chat, Troy, if you're doing other stuff. But I just wanted to find out, for you, your audience, who are the folks that you're reaching out to, for advising. So Troy, if you want to turn your mic on, feel free. It might be easier just to chat if you want. If not, just maybe just type something in there, just give a little more context. Hey, Troy.
Hi, good morning or afternoon, wherever, depending where people are. Yeah, my clientele, I work with a lot of educators. I work with people who work for city, state, and county governments. But my focal market is, of course, working with people who are transitioning to try to figure it all out and how do I get income from all these portfolio assets that it took me 30 or 40 years to accumulate. So, uh,
Okay.
income planning, and of course, beyond that is estate planning, but that's a real focal for me, helping people to understand how to fill in the gap.
Okay. And then do you have you used up yet for any cold outreach? Has it been warm? Has it been referrals? What usually is that look like?
Well, I'm probably not unusual if you're a licensed financial advisor, you have to work with your broker dealer and compliance.
Hmm.
So I haven't got the thumbs up on them yet. They have some other vendors. I'll make this yeah, more clear. They have some vendors that they've used, I guess, um, right now one to one.
Yeah.
Or if I do a pre-recording,
Hmm.
it's a single message that's not customized. I could make it more where I'm giving general
Sure.
advice, if you will.
Yeah.
That may be acceptable, but I have to see if I can introduce Dubb as a vendor.
Okay. Got it.
And so that's kind of where I am. I have it. I have the subscription. Unfortunately, I haven't used it because, my primary business is financial advising. So
So
I'd
you're
really
waiting for the
love to be able to
approval.
do that. If you and I can work together, how I can get them in and show them that you guys have all the, everything addressed already.
Yeah, if what you want to do is in terms of them seeing like, hey, how does this work? All that kind of stuff. They would need to see what the back end kind of stuff and understand in terms of how this is being done. What would they need to understand from that perspective
Yeah, I think.
to feel good about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's primarily from a what's the right word? Encryption. That's not the word I'm looking for. Being able to capture conversations, if you will, that I'm sending out.
Hmm.
So if it's one to one, or rather, it's a general one,
Yeah.
basically it's recorded, and they have an opportunity to approve it. Make sure I'm not saying anything that I wouldn't say anyway.
Right.
They have an
Compliance.
opportunity to compliance. Yeah, they have an opportunity to prove it. Uh, yeah, prove it on the front end. That would be what their goal is. The other part of it is just retention. I guess that's the word. Is making sure, like, if I was doing customizable ones, and I met with 240 people per year,
Yeah.
they're now concerned about how much space did that take up, for their retention vendor to house all those videos that are going out.
Mm.
So I think they're choosing to say, okay, if you do one video that's general that you can send out to a lot of people,
Yeah. Yeah.
then we're kind of okay with that. But I don't know why they haven't addressed the
Mm.
retention issue, because other vendors are. There are probably other broker dealers who are.
I would maybe do this. Like, this is probably the best way to go, Troy. I just dropped my email in the chat.
Uh-huh.
So if you have a contact on the approval vendor side,
Sure,
maybe just loop them in, intro over to me on an email, and then I can loop in Darius, our
okay,
co-founder, and he can give some really specific explanations on a lot of those points. Or if
sure.
you just want to bullet point that, then we can just kind of expedite it a little bit because, I mean, obviously, general financial advice is that's okay. I mean, people do it all the time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can go on social media, you can, say your stuff. But I understand what they're saying in terms of, what are the specific recommendations, market, investments.
right,
I get all that. So I think it would just be easier to loop them in, and that way each point can be addressed, and then they can get
sure.
going with this because it's like having the gym membership, but you can't go lift the weights.
That's exactly how I felt, and I've had this subscription for years.
Oh man, come on, Troy. That's
I
what you
know,
gotta
I
keep doing
know.
this. I mean, come on.
Dealing with compliance is one of the last things I want to do before,
No,
like,
no, I
you
get it.
know,
I get it. I get it. There was a guy I talked to in Colorado. It was a couple years ago. He had a radio show where he did financial advice, and he had to be really careful about what he said.
yeah.
So I get it. It's kind of like you're kind of got to be careful with your step in terms of what's being said and all that. But I think why don't we start there and get it really moving, and
Okay,
then you can really start implementing this stuff because
that's
I think you
what
want to
I'm.
get personal with a lot of this stuff. Otherwise, I mean, you can give all the general stuff you want, which is fine. But I mean,
Right.
to really hammer home on someone's situation and what you want them to do. I mean, that's like super specific.
I would like this. I look forward to connecting you and I.
Yeah, let's do it. So send me the email and then let's move it from there.
Will do. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Troy. And then let's see. Let me go over to Steve. Steve, if you want to pop on your mic, feel free. Oh, actually, I think Steve I think he bounced out. Let's see. I think Tram, if you want to pop on the mic, that would be great. If you want to come in here, I know you're in here a bunch, but I haven't really had a chance to talk to you yet. It's been a while. Hey, Tram. Let's see, Tram. If you want to unmute yourself, feel free. I think you're off mute, but I just can't hear you. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, it's weird. You're off mute, but I can't hear you. If you want to type in the chat, just give me like a general scenario that you got going on, Tram, and I can give you some feedback. That would be cool if you get a chance. Um, Dan, same thing. Dan, I know you're in here a bunch. Hey, Dan, can you hear me okay? Looks like you're off mute too. I can't hear you guys for some reason. Ina, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so all right, so I was just talking with Troy. He was fine. So Dan and Tram, I don't know why your mics aren't you're off mute, but if you can, it would just be helpful if you type something in the chat that maybe gives you a little more the details in terms of what you're doing. I can give you some advice on some stuff. That would be great. Um, let's see. Kat, you and I spoke. We went into detail. That's fantastic. If you have something specific, Kat, throw in the chat for today because I know we went over a bunch of stuff. Emmett, I think it's been a while since you and I spoke. So Emmett, if you want to unmute yourself, hey Emmett.
Hey, brother, good to see you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. You sound good. What's going on? Emmett, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hmm.
I'm just, every time I listen to me,
Yeah,
can
now
you
I
hear
got
me?
you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good now? Okay, good. Yeah, no, I'm just dialing in. Every time I listen to you, Rob, I pick up more, and it's just like I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything because the more I learn, the more I can talk to somebody and go, you need to do this with this program called Dubb, and let me hook you up, and it goes from there. So it's just nothing specific other than the more I listen to you, the more questions I have, and then I go into auto or something internally and figure it out for myself. So
Okay. Well, that's awesome.
appreciate everything you do, you know?
Yeah, no, we appreciate that. Well, Emma, just talk to me a little bit about like, have you recorded some videos? Which ones have you recorded? Like webcam stuff, like screen stuff?
Yeah, all of the above. So the last thing that I did is like, okay, good. So when I'm talking to my clients out there, and I do seminars and then I do one-on-one consulting. I've been retired for a while, but people keep bothering me to help them with their business,
Yeah.
and which is okay. You know, keeps me busy
Yeah.
because I've got a reputation. So that's fine. So the three main areas, the last thing, it's like, okay, good. I've got the mobile and I've got the desktop and I've got the Chrome extension.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to wrap my head around, what's the best case for each one of those,
Mhm.
and the more I got to is mobile. Okay, good. I've got two cameras working. So any kind of industry where you're communicating with the client and wanting to show them something at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the desktop had a lot more features,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's like if I want a background where it's somebody's website or something, so that the open rate is high, depending upon what the customer is doing. So I was just starting to really get my arms around that.
Yep.
And then I've been using Auto and really, I'll go to create a preset,
Yeah.
and a bunch of the buttons. It's like I don't know what they are, but I'll
Mm.
open up a preset and then I'll click on one and click off and then look at what changed, So I've got dual screens here. So that's how I'm having to figure that out. Because sometimes I'll go to auto and it's like, okay, that's a work in progress so far. So,
Okay.
but it's like I referred somebody the other day and he's a videographer, and
Mhm.
I go, just dial in at 1 o'clock and you'll see the level of support. And he, of course, signed up, and it's like great because I use them a lot with customers for their, when they need video work,
Sure.
professional video work, website
Sure.
outreach, that type of thing. So
That's great. What, did you
once
use the
again,
referral link?
whatever.
Emmett, the referral link. You used your referral link, right? 30%.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we use a referral link. So the outreach has been to my existing warm market.
Hmm.
Next is I've got the issue I have is I want to use the Dubb CRM. So I came out of Salesforce,
Yep.
and I've got a whole bunch of names and addresses in a Mac, a whole names of addresses in Outlook, a whole bunch of name addresses in Gmail, and then get them all into one list
Yep.
and then bring it into the Dubb CRM. Because when I'm talking to these clients and all that, they're typically 4 or 5 different software packages, where the more I listen to you, the more I realize Dubb does a lot of things
Yeah.
which make it very simple,
Yep.
but you got to go through the learning curve. But if I went through the learning curve, then I can tell somebody, hey, let me help you out,
Yeah. Yeah.
so anyway, so that's my next step, to get all the names into the CRM. And I've been using Zapier, which
Good.
has been a challenge in itself because I'm not familiar with it. But just basically, brother, muscling through. Every time I dial in and listen to you, I pick up something new. The support is what really is fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, so glad to hear that. Well, I'll say I'll hit on some specific things for you. So let me just show you, and this is for everybody here, obviously, but let me just show this right here. So you mentioned the mobile app and you mentioned both cameras on the phone. So that's the picture-in-picture function, which is this right here. So obviously real estate, it works good because you can physically walk through the places. A lot of real estate folks like it. But from what you're talking about, this is another creative way where you can grab your phone like this, get the Dubb mobile app open the picture-in-picture, have your laptop or computer in front of you, and you can be on the screen while you're recording and zoom into onto the computer like this, like physically move in. Hey, I saw your website here, or hey, I saw this over here. And it's just another creative way to reach out that visually is disruptive to what people normally see when you're doing that. So I think,
Oh, so they see me filming on the mobile as the
yes,
demo.
right. So,
Ah,
so
see,
you're
there
here
you
like
go.
this.
Another
Yeah.
thing that I learned. It's like, oh, I'm doing a convention on a cruise ship, and they're all service-based contractors.
Oh,
So it's like I was going, okay, this is perfect because they'll be at a job and it's like, hey, I need to ask the customer something, and the customer's at work. I can show them.
Yep. Yeah, you can try. It's just physically,
All
it's
right.
just physically a different way to do something. Like you're on the camera with what you're showing. It's using both cameras. And when you're on the cruise ship, I mean, that's great for using picture in picture. Like, hey, we're here for this event. Definitely have every Dubb video has a QR code. So definitely have a QR code with you, for you have a video ready to go. Hey, it was great talking on the cruise ship or the event. And then they click on it and then boom, you can either have it on flyers or you can physically have it on your phone. Hey, just click this QR code. And then it's got a
Oh,
video.
put the QR code in the preset too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Got it.
Yep. So those are two things you can do. As far as the difference between Chrome and what's appropriate for Chrome and desktop, this would
Hmm.
be an example. So if you look at this right here, this is a Chrome extension screen recording example. Chrome extension does browser-based stuff, websites, and it does a
Yeah.
basic thing like this. It's a nice shot of the tab. It's nice and clean. You can tell exactly what's going on. It's a nice setup. The desktop app gives you a little bit more because you can zoom yourself into the website, crop around, and you can be a little more specific with what you're showing. And you have
Oh,
some
and
other
use the
functions.
annotation.
You can use the annotations with the Chrome, but I'm cropped in closer. Like if you look at like this, like if you look at LinkedIn, like when you normally
Yep.
do the LinkedIn stuff, what we recommend is this setup right
Yep.
here with the Chrome extension. You're right here with the bubble. You're on the page. Perfect.
Yep.
But when you use the desktop app, what you can do is you can just move yourself by cropping a little closer. So it looks something like this right here. Now, the bubble is bigger. I'm using the whiteboard in here. You can do that with the Chrome. You can make the bubble bigger and have the whiteboard. You can do that same thing. But what I've done is I've cropped in closer on his profile with the cropping. You also can play
Oh, I
pre-recorded video
see.
there too. So a little different. The
So
desktop,
I'm cropping in on the website rather than getting the whole tab like I do in Chrome.
right. So like, and it's
So
kind of
it's a
like,
cleaner look.
yeah, and it can be more specific. Like if I was in Chrome here and I click the Chrome extension, I open
Yeah.
up and I'm on the page like this, I choose
Yeah.
my shape. Let me grab here. I go square because remember, you want to choose the shape that fits the
Yeah.
page. Placement. I'm right in the middle. That looks
Yeah.
good. But if I want to get very specific, what I can do is I can come down here and I can find something. Maybe it's this right here. Here, let me do this. Let me turn this off. Maybe it's just this. Maybe right here. Maybe I just want to focus on this right here, right? I can
Okay.
still do that with Chrome, like I'm doing right now, right? Get the whole tab. But what I
Yeah.
can do with the desktop app instead, if I want to get a little fancier with it, I can open up the desktop app. I can go record screen. And then when I come in here, this is something different that you can do. And it's all about the cropping and the placement, and the clip recording too. But let me just reset this and I'll show you what I mean. Let me reopen screen recorder, webcam. Okay, see this drop down right here? So it says
Yep. Yep.
that's there. If you click on this and there's a red slash, it means you get your whole screen if you record. If you get rid of
Okay.
the red slash, now you got
Yeah.
choices in here. So when you go custom, I can do something like this. Take this like this, move it in very close like this, grab it like this, just like this, and maybe frame it about like that. I don't have to use the annotation. I can just, start the video and do the point just like this. But you
Uh-huh.
also can pick the annotation. You can do this with the Chrome too. Pick the annotation, point something out like this, underline it, boom, right here. And then when I hit record now, it'd be like this. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, I want to send you this market update, but check out these newly listed home stats right here for September 2024. This is really what I want to dive into because this stuff is super important. In fact, I want to move down here and talk about a couple things as we start walking through here now. Check this out. Then you hit the check mark at the top to save the clip. And see, that's much more specific.
Right. And then I could use actually, so I can, this is in narrator now. So I can use the Chrome extension as the hello, and I've got my whiteboard for open rates. And then once they're in the playlist,
Yep.
or I can make it one video here, can I? Just by
Good.
snipping it.
Yeah, you could if you want.
Okay.
You
Awesome.
could either use the playlist or you can download the MP4 of your high, your opening, and then
Yep.
drop the clip in here and then move it to the front to make it one.
Yep.
If you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
desktop
I mean,
app,
every time I listen in, I get something like this, and it's like, oh, and of course, the more I've never seen anything like it. I had video emails before, but then I switched over and it's very future rich, or excuse me, feature rich, and you're just excellent at taking care of us every day. So every time I dial in, I pick up something more. So I really appreciate it. The intent is I've got a LinkedIn specialist that does all of that, and it's like, okay, good. I need you to do LinkedIn in by industry
Yep.
with Dubb, and
Yep.
but then I got to train him, so that's okay.
Yeah, hey, have him come
Anyway,
to the training. Have him come to the training or check out, give him the YouTube support link where the
yeah,
trainings are, and he can watch one of them because if he's going to
yep,
do LinkedIn stuff, you can definitely do posts too, like social posts, and you can do this across, obviously any industry, any, Facebook, whatever it is. But for the social posts, what you can do is record a nice minute video. Let's pretend this is you talking about your stuff
okay,
get a minute or less, and then download the MP4, upload the MP4 raw video to whatever platform you're on,
For 301.
and then just make sure at the end of the video you're saying, hey, click below in the pinned comment to take that next step. And then just make sure below you click and you have a pinned comment that's a Dubb link right here. And then it'll take them to the landing page. They can watch another video if they want more videos and then do whatever you want them to do. So,
wow,
that's,
okay, good. I'll rewatch this after it's loaded up, and I'll do it with him. And if he has any questions, I'll make sure he. That's fantastic.
yeah, cool. And yeah, have them reach out and we'll get it going.
Awesome, Rob. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then let's see who else was coming in. Who else was here before? Let's see, Michael. I saw maybe you just popped in as well. Michael, I think you're returning after a while, right? Financial advising. Let's see, Michael. If you want to say hello, feel free to say hi if you'd like to. Hey,
Hey,
Michael.
Rob, Michael Miranda. Yeah, thank you for this.
Yeah, of course. Well, so hey, you've had Dubb for a while. How long have you been using Dubb for?
I'm thinking like 5 years, but I use it at such a just a elementary level
Hmm.
um, that I just have not paid any attention. And so really this is a reorientation and understanding true capabilities.
Okay. And then what's been the use case for you over the years? Like you've used.
Okay, so I'm a financial advisor, wealth manager, and what I'm contemplating using it for is an expansion into a more targeted and specific response to some advertising that I'm doing.
Okay.
And so this is a reorientation into how I might use it.
Hmm.
Um, and so some of the conversation you were having earlier with the other financial advisor, Troy, I believe,
Yep.
is somewhat similar to me as well.
Yep.
But we do have it on the platform, but I'm looking at capacity and capability and updated features and functionality that you guys have come up with that I'm just not familiar with. And so,
Okay.
yeah, that's good enough for now. I'm just going to keep looking at what you're doing. Maybe I want to take it offline to someone more specifically for a reorientation more specifically, but this is really great information. Capabilities are way beyond, vastly beyond what I've been using it for.
No, it's great. No, no, glad to hear it. And thanks for, sticking with us and stuff. I think the greatest thing and just, email support at Dubb and we can definitely give you that reorientation. Also, the recordings on YouTube are great too. We put these things up on YouTube later, so those are good to watch too. But a lot of the updates that we've done are really just tech related to what things can be useful for people. So that's why we always ask, and I'll share my screen right here for everybody. We always ask, what's your use case? Because a lot of the times that the type of video you record kind of feeds itself more towards a use case. Like we always talk about this one right here, this ability to record from your webcam, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, use a whiteboard function where you can type a message. We're very, very big on, and a lot of the coaching sessions that we've done, it's really about isolating what is your hook, what's the opening, why would someone want to click on this, what's the statement or question, and honestly, one of the best things to do is to use ChatGPT, throw it in there, say, here's the scenario. I need a hook that's probably 5 or 6 words or less that really is about blah, blah, blah. And then you want to make sure your subject line doesn't mirror it, but it's pretty close because you got to get them to open first before they see this. You want to always make sure you have the word video in the subject line. And with this right here, the animated movement of it, have a little bit of movement. Doesn't have to be a performance, but it's got to give some kind of context. So this one right here, this style is good for maybe a cold outreach when you've A/B tested with a video and without a video. That's what we recommend for that. But when you can do a follow-up, maybe it's a client that maybe didn't go with products or services and it's a follow-up. There's been a change, update, important for you, something like that. It can also be for a group. So I know a lot of real estate folks use it for newsletters, but anybody with any contacts that wants to re-engage with everyone, you can just think about phrase, question, statement that everyone's going to be interested in to want to click this. And this style, it cannot be any more straightforward in terms of what the message is that you're trying to get someone to click. So that would sync for that. Um, the screen recording stuff where you're using the Chrome or the desktop, like we were just going over, that's really more about a kind of an expansive look of like if you're reaching out to a client and you are on their website and you notice something on there, you're pointing at it. Use the annotation to point at it. You can even do text on the screen that says something about why you're reaching out. That's a nice way to do this. It also can be teaching someone something. If they're almost subscribed or maybe they become a client, you have some communication back and forth in terms of next step on some things. So any website, maybe it's an article that you want to share with someone about something where you want to walk them through. Maybe it's a document or a listing agreement or a contract or something where you want to physically walk them through, like you're in the bubble and you're walking them through stuff. That's what the desktop app is really good for. Like we just looked at earlier, where you can crop. You can have a document pulled up, crop around it, and point things out and scroll through and walk someone through something. And obviously, the mobile app, a lot of us are used to seeing the walk and talk with social media. So you could do the whole selfie thing. You're walking and talking, giving advice to a client, talking about an issue or a challenge. Or you can do something like this, which is picture in picture, which again, real estate walkthroughs, showing something on your computer, something interesting where you're sharing the screen with yourself using both cameras, walking someone through what you want to talk about. So these are all different ways to really make something look visually different that someone gets, and it's going to give them a little bit of context in terms of why they want to click on it. And you can even do combinations of two. If you look at this one right here where I have Sarah behind me, I could have taken the phone like I did here and say, "Hi, Sarah," with her background behind me. But I probably wouldn't do "Hi, Sarah" because Sarah's already there. I would want the question or statement that's the hook that I have for her. So that's really what this is all about at the end of the day. Because when they click on this, then it's about, here, let me do a different landing page. See how I don't have C on this page? You don't have to have it on. This is what a landing page looks like without the AI. So if we look at it like this, if I clicked on this one and they click on it, the landing page, the preset, see how the AI assistant's over here to the right? If you don't want it on there, that's what it looks like. It's a little more centered. You can see more of the image behind. But again, most people are using the AI because it's pretty awesome having the AI assistant on the page. But when they get to this landing page, it's really about being prepared for what they're going to click on with the buttons below. What do you want them to do? Book a time in the calendar. Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? What do you want them to do? Sometimes people have one button because that's the singular focus, but if you have multiples, just go in order of importance from left to right. That really stands out more. Then just make sure you have your playlist videos because this initial video, can't emphasize it more, should really be focused on the hook, the piece of information that you're providing or question that you're asking. Deliver that value, offer something below. Maybe you have a guide or a link to an article that you want to reference to someone. And then at the end, say, "Hey, check out this next video. It's going to talk about, what I do, products and services, and kind of like your pitch video." And then tell them to take that action below. So all you have to do is record a video one time. It can be up to 2 minutes. Ours is 2 minutes, but about what you do, kind of your pitch video. So you don't have to mention this in video number one, and you can really focus on what the value is you're delivering to that person. Because at the end of the day, that's really what people want to know and stuff. Like, why am I stopping to watch this video? What's going to make me aware of something, or you're going to deliver something to me? It's pretty cool. And then secondarily, then it's about kind of, who you are and what you do. And if you do have video testimonials, just drop them in the playlist if you already have them. If you don't have video testimonials, definitely send people a video. Use this reply with video button down here at the bottom and just send it to them. "Hey, this is Rob. Thanks for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It is not complicated. You don't have to download anything. We don't have to meet in Zoom or anything. All you have to do is click reply with video. And just let me know, what have you enjoyed about the platform?" So you can always lead them with the questions that you want if you don't want someone just kind of spitballing and you want to kind of lead them with the questions that you want. They send the video back to you. Inside your video library, you'll see video replies. You have a video reply, and then just add it to your preset playlist like this. And that really closes the loop on what this has really worked over the years. Your initial video, followed by a playlist video about what you do, followed by a testimonial. If you haven't set your SIAs up yet, these are these sales interactive assistants over here to the right. These are really good for giving people information when they get the video, and it's going to push for your desired outcome. So when they get here, over to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs over here, and you can ask the AI a question. And when the AI is giving the answer, it's going to push for something at the end. So it gives the answer here and say, hey, you ready to book a time with Rob? Or whatever you want the next thing to be. So to educate SIA, if we look at SIA here, how would we educate SIA? Well, what you would do is you'd come inside the platform. So if we're inside Dubb over here, you would just go in the dashboard, and right over here under assets, it's sales assistants right here. So when you click this here, you can see how I have different sales assistants. The reason I have that is because when you think about Dubb landing pages in general, let me close this one. When you think about landing pages in general, you want the preset landing pages to speak to a different part of your audience. If I was in recruitment, I would definitely want employers and candidates if I worked with both. Real estate buyers, sellers. Financial advising, maybe it's businesses and then personal, maybe estates and then whatever. So there's always splits in your audience. And then just make sure your preset landing pages speak to those parts of the audience. The reason that works is because it feels like you're speaking right to them. So you want the sales assistants to be trained up and learned on what that specific audience can expect and learn from them. So inside Dubb, you can have different sales assistants in here. Like we talked about, all the splits. So you click the blue button here to create a new one. You would just give the assistant an internal name. Is this my buyer assistant, my seller assistant? What is it? And then you can always go over the tooltips. They'll give you a nice explanation of what these things are. But for the AI to learn, you just have to pop, if you have a website, pop in individual website pages. The AI will learn physically what's in text on the pages. It won't watch videos or click on anything. That's why we have multiples in here. And then below here, you can upload a PDF with anything you want there to educate and train the AI. And this is where you can create up to 20 FAQs. You also can collect information the AI can ask. Hey, give me your email. Let me have your first name, all that. And then you can push for that desired outcome, whatever that is, whether it's booking a time, checking out your website, whatever that may be. Now, the cool thing about the sales assistants is that they're not only just on the page. You can release the hounds, as Mr. Burns used to say in The Simpsons. What you can do is, by the way, The Simpsons is still on TV, which is just incredible. What you can do is you can do something like this. So you can release the AI as just a link itself. So if you are communicating with someone and you want to say, hey, here's my AI assistant, can answer any questions that you have, you can book a time, they can click this link and it will open up like a chat GPT where they can actually start chatting right away with the AI assistant. So it kind of cuts to the chase and gets right there if they want to be able to do that. So it either can be on the page like this or released as a link like this. And the way you would release the link is just come in here, slide over the external link, click that, opens up, and just copy this and just paste it into an email. And that's how you'd be able to do that. So the more specific you can be, the better. The other choices we have too here in the dashboard is as far as updates. Auto over here to the right, up here at the top. So this little face right here, in a lot of your accounts, it's probably already open. But if you want to close it, just tap the face like this and then tap it again to open. And AI, the auto can do a lot of stuff. Like I could say, what are the 5 best videos to make for recruiting? So you can ask strategy questions like this, and it will give you some answers. It can also give you specific Dubb stuff, like how do I use the Chrome extension? How do I use the mobile app? Very similar to like the intercom system down over here to the bottom left, but a little more detailed. And we'll always give you links at the end for references right here. Auto can also add contacts to your contacts and can create tasks as well. So we're going to have a little training video on all this, but Auto is pretty useful. It's right over here to the right, and all you have to do is click it and open it and close it. If you ever want to use avatars, like if you didn't want to be on camera yourself, you can go to the avatar library. Maybe you want to send someone a contract or just a more of an administrative kind of educational kind of video. You can come in here and you can choose from the library of avatars that we have, or you can create your own avatar if you'd like to, just by clicking create. You can choose an AI voice, drop a script in here that you have for a script, and then just create the video. The video does take a little bit of time to create, but once it's created, you can drop it in email campaigns as like a pedestal kind of play, like, hey, Rob, I'd love to talk to you. Or you can use them in screen recordings to walk someone through something. So, like we see here as an example before, when I was talking about the Chrome extension, the screen recorder right here, where you can be on top of something, you can do the same thing with an avatar. So I could come over here and I could just use the Dubb desktop app. I can open it up here that we looked at earlier. I can click narrator video, which gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video of yourself or whoever, right? And put it on top of something. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for the avatar video that I recorded, and I can have an avatar walk through something. I think with the avatar stuff, it's really more of a kind of a personal choice of, do you want the avatar to be out front? Do you want yourself to be out front? Is it more administrative, educational? What is the role of the avatar, depending on, your situation? Me personally, I mean, I love seeing people's personalities and who they are and stuff, but it's really kind of a choice in terms of what you want to do. So let's just say I have the avatar here. I can put the avatar on the page, so I can do my cropping like I did before, just like this. And now I can have the avatar walk through the market update. So what I'm going to do is same thing I said before. I'm going to change my shape. I'm going to reduce my size a little bit, and I'm going to put the avatar in a good spot right here in the middle. When I hit record now, the avatar is going to walk through the site.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send you this market update so you can make the best decision possible. As you can see, there is a ton of useful information here. Please book a time by clicking the button below, as Rob would love to give you a personal walkthrough of any of the properties that you're interested in.
So it'd be something like that if you wanted to do that. And again, it's really more of a choice. Do you want to do that? Do you not want to do that? It's really kind of what you're kind of most comfortable with and how you want to use it. There's also, in terms of AI, our AI writer right here in the dashboard. I know a lot of people use chat. We use chat. Chat's amazing. What we added in here to make this a little different is this profile feature right over here to the right. When you click this here, you have the ability to create a profile for your audience. So like we talked about before with the AI sales assistant and the specific preset landing pages, you want to speak to a different part of your audience. So if I was in real estate and I was doing buyer sellers, I'm going to create a profile for buyers and a profile for sellers. And I would just come in here and you can go over the tooltip and just answer these questions about your audience and the outreach. You can choose your preferred tone of communication. You can even use this writing structure down here called the have method. So we always talk about opening with a hook. It's so important. So you can pre-bake in here, the setup where the H is the hook. So it's going to open with a hook. It's going to address their needs. It's going to provide that value, and it's going to extend a compelling call to action. So you can save this structure. And then all you have to say is, okay, what audience am I working on right now? Is it buyers or is it sellers? You choose the one that you want. You choose your prompt because, we're all used to doing that. Is so effective in sales. Do that there, choose your target length, hit submit. And then when the AI does give you the copy back, it's going to be in that structure that you laid out, the hook, addressing the value, delivering the value, extending the call to action. You can have it read back in an AI voice if you want to listen to it. You can copy it to a clipboard and save it somewhere else. You can import this directly into scripts if you want to import it into scripts. Looks like I did the link that was too long. It wasn't that long. And then you can also import this to a voice video and to the avatar library. So you have a chance to really, shoot these things out to where you want to. What we do a lot is we write the script and then we load it into a teleprompter and then we're able to record. So every recording device has a teleprompter. So whether you are on the webcam like this, right in here, all you have to do is click up into here, find the script that you have saved in Dubb. I can choose it. Here's your speed. Test the speed, back your text off, zoom it in, and then you got the teleprompter right here in front of you. Arm's length is pretty good. Eye line's up here. You have that right on the webcam right here. You also have a teleprompter with the Chrome extension, the screen recorder that we looked at before. So when you open it up here, if I want to use the teleprompter, it's right over here to the right. Click this here, and you got a teleprompter here. And again, you would just find the script that you want, choose it. This one's a little different. Here's the speed, but you can adjust the sides on this one and you can physically move it around. Just put it up towards the camera right at the top. And if you're using the teleprompter on the Chrome, just make sure you don't go full screen because it's a browser-based screen recorder because it's going to hide the thing and you won't be able to get to it. because you want to leave a little bit of space. So when you hit record, you can just tap this thing and bring it forward. And that's how you use it there. And the desktop app, it also has a teleprompter. So what you can do is come in here to the desktop app. I'll click record screen so you can see this. Open it up here. And then when it opens up, I can choose a teleprompter. So all I got to do is go like this. Right up here, teleprompter, right here. I can physically move this teleprompter wherever I want to. The neat thing about the desktop one is that when you find the script, you have voice recognition as a choice. So right in here, you see it says auto track. That's voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record right now, it would go at my pace in terms of how I'm speaking. If I don't want to do that and I just want to do the scroll speed like the other teleprompters, just click that button, turns it off, and now you can just choose the speed that you want and test the speed like we did before. So you have that as an option. But voice recognition is pretty cool. It depends on kind of, what mood you're in. Sometimes I'm in a mood for a scroll. Sometimes I want to do voice recognition. So it really kind of just depends, what you're looking to do. Now, the last part of this is the mobile app. So we show the mobile app a lot. Mobile app has an amazing teleprompter. A lot of people that use, Big View and other companies like that have teleprompters have switched over to Dubb because the teleprompters is amazing. If you're just you're paying for that one tool just to do that, then you might want to think about doing something else. It kind of encompasses everything. But we added something new on here. So I just want to show this real quick. All right, so here's the mobile app. So to record a video, we're going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. And when this opens up, a couple different things that we added here, just to show you real quick. If you're not familiar with the mobile app, I always slide this timer over to 10 minutes instead of one. You don't want to cut you off in a minute. There are different timers. To record, just tap the circle, and you're always going to see the timers up here and at the bottom. Tap it again. There's a clip that you recorded. So the mobile app and the desktop app record in clips. So this has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I'm going to hit record another time just so I have a couple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's the other clip. And I can physically move these around. I can take my finger and slide them. So you can record out of order. You also can tap a clip individually. You can delete, trim, and edit. And if you do select edit, you can add royalty-free music. You can add text on the screen if you want to. You can do a voiceover, all from within the clip. Now, over here to the right, you've got some important icons. And one at the top is going to flip and show and record what's in front of you. This one right here is countdown timers. Now, if you've had the mobile app for a while, the icons have changed a little bit over here. We've added one, which I'm going to show you in a second, but they just physically look a little different. And when you hit record here, here's the 3, 2, 1, and you're ready to go. That way you don't have to pull your arm back or anything like that. Now, this is a new one that we've added, this one right here. So this is going to be, if you're doing a walk and talk, or maybe I'm just holding the phone like this, or if you're moving around in a market, what's it called, where you're walking through the house, giving someone a tour. If you don't want the shaky cam, horror movie kind of aspect like this, and you want a little more like gimbal, kind of everything's kind of smooth, what you can do is select this button right here, and you can do video stabilization, low, medium, or high. I'll throw it on medium just so you can see it. Now, when you do select this, it's going to feel delayed right now. So as I'm watching this and I'm hitting record, my words are behind me. So it's like it doesn't match with what I'm actually saying. It's slightly behind me when I'm doing this. That's completely normal. It means the effect is working. But when you stop it and you play it, you play it again, like you play it now, and I hit play. So it's like it doesn't match with what I'm actually saying. It's totally matched up. So if you're a little bit behind when you're using this thing, that's normal. That's what it's supposed to be. So then to turn off video stabilization, turn it off if you don't want to be able to use it. Now the teleprompter I was talking about before, that's right here. So you click in here, find the script at the top. Let's grab one of these down over here. How about ebook hooks? There we go. And then here's the speed like we looked at before. Play button to test it. You can hit the little pencil icon here to the right if you want to make some changes. You can slide up the guardrail. So if your eyes are not staying at the top, move this up and there's nothing to read down at the bottom to keep you there. And if you want to use voice recognition like we saw before, auto track right here. So when I hit record now, it's going to go at my pace like this. Want to get more responses from your prospects? Are you looking to close more deals? Is your sales pipeline drying up? It's a lot of questions. And then if you want to do that, or you want to do auto scroll, you can choose whatever you want and then hit the X at the top to close it. If you ever want to record a video, or if you have a video recorded outside of the mobile app and you want to drop it down in here, it's on your phone, just go to the folder right here, this button. It'll take you to your photo video area, select the video that you want, say add clips, and it will drop it down here. If you want to record your screen, physically on your screen, it's this button. If you want to use filters, it's this button right here where you can choose black and white, skin smoothing, whatever you like, different colors. This is picture in picture. This is the one we showed at the top. This is where when you hit record, it's going to show it's in front of you and you're on the screen as well. So that's how you do that. You can move it around. You can pinch yourself bigger, smaller, move into the background, zoom it in, whatever you'd like to do there. And then lastly, down here at the bottom is your virtual background, like we saw with the webcam in the beginning. So for some reason, my virtual, is it working? There we go. All right. So you just choose it right here. You pop it in behind you, and there you go. And then you can frame yourself however you want to frame yourself when you're doing it. And then when you're done, all you have to do is merge the clips together, saves it on your phone, and then you're able to share it. So at the end of the day, it's really about what's your use case? How's your animated GIF? What's your hook? And then what do you have on the landing page for them to actually take an action and go for it? And that's really what it's about. Okay, so let me see what we have in here. Any questions in the chat? Emmett, I want to go back and forth with my staff while I travel. I send a video. If I send a video, they can reply, but I can't reply back. I have to start a new email. Is there a team feature like Slack that is available? Ina, so I guess the only solution there, unless I'm not thinking of something, would be is if I sent you a video, Emmett, and
Hmm.
you got it, and then you clicked reply with video, which would have to be the button. So I'd already have to have the button there. Like you'd have the
Yeah.
reply with video button below. Then you just click that to go back. I mean, that's probably how it would work. Unless you just open up the camera on your phone and then you got to drop it in, obviously, an email. Because when you hit reply with video, you just have to put the email in. So either way, you got to put something in to send it back, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, so I sent a video to the LinkedIn, my LinkedIn guy.
Yep.
He replied,
Yep.
but when I look at the reply within Dubb, he doesn't have a call to action for me to send something back. So I guess I just open up a new video and send it to him anew, and he can
Yeah, you
reply
just record
there.
new and then drop it in the message. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, cool. If
Yep.
if it was available, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't finding it, and it's not there to find. So cool.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
not as of yet, but it's kind of like, hey, listen, we added that button, so it's on there, which would, maybe like a cool little thing that maybe it's always on the pages. I just don't know if I think people like to have the customization where if they don't want it on there, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Cool. Awesome, Emmett. Great question. All right, everybody. Anything before we go? Anything on anybody's mind before we head out on this Wednesday? Anything? Anything? Going once, going twice, going thrice? No? Tony. Hey, Tony. Let me come over to you. How are you? Let's see. Go ahead, Tony.
Hey Rob, how's it going?
Good. I remember you, my friend. It's been a while. How are you?
Yeah, I've been a couple weeks and stuff. Been using the tool, really love it. I just want to, give a highlight of one of the things that I love about it, and I have a question for you. So the thing that I love about the tool is the integration into LinkedIn. So hopefully the folks on the call have actually used this, but I love how the fact how you can, with the integration into LinkedIn, actually do your, post your video, and then when somebody watches it, it actually there's a call to action like, hey, send a video response or contact Tony. So there's like really the call for action, integrated within like your post while using the tool. So I didn't connect that as being like something that was going to be part of
Yeah.
the solution, but it's there and it's really effective. So I wanted to highlight that.
That's awesome.
Question I have is that, and I'm sure it's something goofy that I'm doing, but I use PowerPoint a lot, and I want to have it to where my video is in the background of a PowerPoint. But for some reason, even with the Chrome, the Chrome element opened up, I'm not able to see my camera or see myself in the foreground of my PowerPoint presentation. So I didn't know if I was doing something goofy there, or if I need to add like an add-on or something along that line. So hopefully that made sense.
Well, what you can do is you can pull up the slide deck, right?
Okay.
And then just get the do you have the Dubb desktop app?
I don't have the desktop app. I have I have the Chrome extension within my browser.
Yeah, so even if you pull it up within the browser, you should be able to pull it up and then your bubble's on the page because you want to be on the screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just pull it up and you're in the bubble. Just go to tab, which will be the specific page that you're on, screen,
Okay.
tab, or camera. Select tab, you're on the screen, your bubble's up, and then just scroll through. You can hit the pause button if you want to when you're doing
Okay.
that. I kind of personally, if you haven't checked out the desktop app's pretty cool because like when you have like a canvas slide or a slide deck, what you can do is you can go full screen on the
Mhm.
deck, and with the desktop app, you can be right there. So if you just
Yeah.
full screen, you're right there, or you can crop around it. But yeah, you can do it either way though.
Challenge I have is that, I'm using, a system that's on our VPN and our infrastructure, and they've
Oh,
got
that's
that.
right. Yeah, I think you told me this before. That's right.
Yeah, they've got it locked down pretty hard. And I do have a personal computer that I could put it on them, but I don't have like PowerPoint and all. So it's like
Oh
I
man.
don't I yeah, but yeah, I'll work around it. But I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something, simple that I was missing.
No,
So
just make sure your
appreciate
webcam's on. Make sure your webcam's on. Choose tab as the option when you open up the Chrome.
right
Hit
on.
record, and then you have the thing pulled up, and then just scroll through and use the annotations.
Cool. Will do.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, of course, Tony. Let's see. And then Emmett, looks like you had one more question here. Try. Oh, do you already have that? Is there a chat feature? There's a chat
Yeah,
feature.
it looks like
Oh,
either Enid or Darius jumped in there and said, "Hey, we do have a something." But anyway,
oh, the chat, the little message one,
yeah.
right? Right, Ina? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. So you can't send a video back, but you can chat. Little message back. That's right. I always forget about that little thing at the bottom. It's like the forgotten tool. You can message right back. Um, cool. Well, anybody have anything else before we go? Anything on anybody's mind?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming in. Everybody, thank you so much. Have a great Wednesday, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, everybody. See ya.